And today, we are very disappointed, but I think for us as the unions, it is something that we expected. At least today, the senators and the parliamentarians and Kenyans in general have seen the kind of arrogance, the kind of don't care attitude that you have been dealing with under the counties. That even in the meetings that have been called, be it conciliation meetings, be it negotiation meetings, the governors and the Council of Governors have never appeared. For us as the Kenya Union of Clinic Officers, they have been invited to conciliation. This is that time they have been invited. They have never appeared. They have also dishonored, disregarded a court order that was issued by the Employment and Labor Relations Court, and they refused to come to the negotiating table. Today we are doing the 26th of the strike. They have not come to the table. They have refused to come before a joint committee of the Senate and the National Assembly. And I think Kenyans must start asking questions. The questions of whether it is better to continue having health under the governors, since it seems that they are unable to manage.
Thank you very much. I'm Dr. Dennis Miskela, the Deputy SG for KMPDU, standing here for my boss and captain, Dr. Davji, who is indisposed for today, but will be bouncing back as from next week. So first of all, today is a very sad day, not just for the unions, but for Kenyans, because we thought for a moment that the highest body, the parliament, would be able to bring a solution to the current stalemate that we find ourselves in. Because every time when we talk to the governors and the employers, they talk about money being the problem. Now we came to the place where the money would be found, where MOH would get the money to pay interns, where the counties get money to promote the doctors. But they were not sure. And while the senators and the MPs are surprised, we are actually not surprised at all. We would have been surprised if they turned up for this meeting, because we have dealt with these people for the last so many years, and we know the arrogance with which they come and they don't care attitude with which they come. And my heart only bleeds for the poor Kenyans. That woman somewhere who is bleeding in Homa Bay, like in this case I was called, who was waiting for this stalemate to end for her to go for her surgery. That man who is having an enlarged prostate and can't pass urine and is waiting for this stalemate to end for them to go get care. Those are the people my heart bleeds for. Because as doctors, we can do other things. We can sell groundnuts and sell newspapers on the streets. But that poor mother has no other safe place to go get that care. The other issue is that what we find ourselves in akin to when maybe a family breaks up and there's a mother and a father, and this child is in school, and they are sent out for school fees, and they go to their father, the father sends them to their mother. They go to their mother, the mother sends them to their father. Finally, the school summons both parents, and none of them shows up, like in this case. Then this baby decides to stay home. Then the parents start beating up this baby that they refuse to go to school. The same thing. You go to the county, they tell you it's national. Go to national, they tell you it's the county. Finally, we come to this neutral arbiter, they don't show up. We are going to stay home, despite the canes, the threats, and everything. We will stay home until the government, both county and national, come from the strike that they began 7 years ago. Thank you.
Before I say it in Swahili, let me say that the obvious thing that appeared here today is the kind of problem we have been treated with, where the disintegration in the healthcare, which is not speaking to each other. You will hear that the National Assembly and the Senate, their statement, as much as they are condemning, are more of complaining, because then they are pointing out that there is a bigger problem than even we, the healthcare workers, can handle. Even the highest office, institution in the Constitution that is supposed to enforce accountability can invite the Council of Governors, and they treat them with contempt. Then it is not really different from what they have been doing to us. And for that purpose, they have actually disobeyed court orders. They disobey coming to the conciliation meeting. They don't come. So what is it then can work? When they want to threaten people, they quote some section of the laws and try to say that we must follow the law. Which law are we following if they cannot follow the law? So it is our position, and we must make it very clear that the strike is not ending any soon. We are on strike, and they must get to know that until they address our issues, we are not going back. And they should not continue threatening our members to go back to work, because then it will not resolve our issue. Let them stop postponing the problem, because then it is worsening and it's not going to ease. Kwa machache tu kwa Kiswahili niseme kwamba leo imeghadhabisha sana kuona kwamba magavana wameitwa kuja hapa na National Assembly pamoja na Senate, ambapo tunafikiri kwamba hapa wangekuja basi watoe malalamishi yao yote tumekuwa tukiona wakizungumza katika media. Waseme kwamba sisi ndiye hatuna adabu ama sisi ndio tunaokosea wa Kenya. Ni dhahiri kwamba wao ndio wako kinyume na sheria, na pia hawataki kuwa kwenye meza mahala ambapo tutangazia masuala kinaga ubaga waziwazi, ili kusudi julikane ni nani ambaye anakiuka sheria na ambaye hataki kutii makubaliano na kutimiza makubaliano yale ambayo yamekuwepo. Na basi leo tunatamka hivi kama wahudumu wa afya, hasa maafisa tabibu ambayo mimi nawaongoza, sisi hatutakubali vitisho vyovyote. Mgomo utaendelea mpaka watimize magano ambayo tumekuwa nayo na waweze kuja kwenye meza tusungumze. Hatuwezi sungumziana wakiwa ngambo ile na sisi tukiwa ngambo hii. Lazima tuwe kwenye meza. Hawawezi itwa kwenye meza wakatae kuja na waende kutupandika huko nje, kwa sababu wana uwezo kuenda kwenye matanga wakaongea na wakaitana mikutano kubwa kubwa kuongea wakiwadanganya wa Kenya. Basi leo inaonyesha kwamba wao ndio wamekuwa wakiwa kwenye mgomo na sisi tuliwajoin tu ama tulikuja kuwasaidia kuwa kwenye mgomo. Asante.
I'm Nicholas Odipo, the National Chairman, Kenya National Union of Medical Lab Officers. It is indeed a very sad day for us, the way our colleagues have reiterated. Yesterday, we honored a court order that summoned us to go and discuss our issues as Kenya National Union of Medical Lab Officers in Tharaka Nithi. The same thing that is happening here. We went to Tharaka Nithi and there was no show up, and we've gone there twice. What we are saying, because the chair health committee in the Council of Governors has shown contempt, we are going to throw away the court order, because they are in their own contempt of the court order that they are the ones who went to court to get. We are going to throw away that court order, and as from 10th, our members in Tharaka Nithi will join the strike, and we are going to continue having that strike until such a time we, the Kenya National Union of Medical Lab Officers, will have our issues fully resolved. We have a very small issue, and that is an issue of recognition agreement, which does not require a budget. So these people are in contempt. They don't want to sign a recognition agreement. We are telling them that you will have to sign that recognition agreement whether you like it or not, because our members shall not go back to work until we get that recognition agreement. Thank you.